prepared. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
we
You gotta make sure you don't offend
You
anybody
know
real
something
quick.
to me.
I feel so
Yo,
bad now.
when you see that red
Man.
light, you get real proper. All right.
My man James got. I'm recorded. I'm a Christian. I love good music.
Sorry.
This dude's a savage. I'm just letting y'all know he's a fucking savage. He talks about crazy shit all the time. Nah, but all right. Hey, welcome back. This is Media Marauders. You have Maximo, Mr. Loke Dog, James, and Bruno the man.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with my eye condition? So you
Not at all.
Is that what it is?
Oh shit!
Wow, just okay.
All right, so now I got to put a word out there and say we don't discriminate against the blind.
We don't discriminate the blind, the
It's-
deaf, the ones with beards or without bald people. Like we love everyone. Everyone's inclusive. We don't exclude anyone in this channel. We love
We make
all
all people.
All right, this is way too political. We want to go ahead and ask that too.
No, you know, we accept all people of color, creed, religion, and except for the redhead people. I don't really fuck with them too much. What they No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I have no
Not the
redhead
ginger
friends. I
beards.
can't-
Not the ginger beards.
No, all jokes aside, this is Media Marauders. We have Max, Mr. Thomas, James, and Bruno. I mean, King. Sorry for your government out there. I apologize.
Thank you, you peasant.
No, but I'm glad to have you guys back. Last episode was really fun. And for the ones that are still supporting us, the subscribers, the viewers, the last time listeners, everyone that's constantly coming back and enjoying this with us, we're really excited about this channel. Some of us are talking about possibly branching out, but still staying within this channel, of course. But you know, just check out anything possibly in the future. It could definitely happen. So keep an eye out for that.
Yep.
But with that out of the way, how did y'all feel about the Super Bowl? First of all, random thought. How did y'all feel about the halftime show with The Weeknd? How did y'all feel about that?
I'm gonna start from the beginning.
Can we
No!
make
It was too
hey,
many
can we
flags,
can we
bro.
make
It
that the
was too many
last? Can we make that
flags.
Matt? We make that the last subject just so we
Okay.
can clown on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm always down for clowning. That's never been a discriminatory thing for me either.
Flag
So-
on play. Flag
all
on
right.
play. Flag on
So
play. That's all. I
We'll
got.
talk about. Well, one of y'all remember that because I will forget. That's just my tendency.
We got it.
So, all right. So let's go with the channel. Let's start it up. This is a new week. We couldn't make it last week. Conflict of time, everything. People couldn't really make it, but we'll try to do better for y'all for the next one. So with that, this week we have some information. We have something that we found interesting individually. So we'll start it off with Mr. Thomas. Tell us what you think so far this past week.
Well, it's been interesting, for the real ones, them RPG players, them MMO heads, them Final Fantasy, them folk. Final Fantasy 14,
The Roman
there's a new
numerals,
expansion
or
coming
got
out.
you.
And it's looking like fire. Endwalker, I'm telling you, it's supposed to be. It's the conclusion of the Heidelin Zodiac story, which y'all don't know what that is because y'all, ain't played Final Fantasy 14. But that's the story that started like 10 years ago. Like, if you've been playing Final Fantasy 14, at least since A Realm Reborn, I'm not sure before in the original 14, but at least since A Realm Reborn, you've been dealing.
That's the one. That's the one I've heard of.
Yeah, you've been dealing with the Heidelin and the Zodiac story, and this game has been getting better and better. Even like the one that people say dipped, which was Stormblood, has had like some of the most amazing writing for a Final Fantasy game. Like, I'm saying, like, the people who like old Final Fantasy games need to play 14. So Endwalker, dropping fall 2021. It's gonna be on point. They got the PlayStation 5 release coming in 2 months. Which
Nice.
So Final Fantasy 14 might be the first game to make the 3-generation leap if it beats out Grand Theft Auto. And
That's always good to see. That's always good to hear about. I've always appreciated the Square Enix studio. Or
I'm telling you, did y'all see the trailer for it? The teaser trailer?
The trailer's
yes,
crazy.
that song too. Like, I was surprised how much I enjoyed that song too. I was trying to find it on Shazam. I hurried up, put my phone right next to the TV, trying to look for this shit. Couldn't find it. All right, don't judge. I'm sorry if I like music.
was like,
What the fuck? I get the awkward silence for music. All right, cool.
But yeah, like, well, the music's pretty good. Like, if you listen to the trailer from Final Fantasy 16, you heard some of the stuff in the trailer from Final Fantasy 16 comes from sound cues from Final Fantasy 14, especially the Heaven's Ward DLC or expansion, which was like the first expansion for Final Fantasy 14. And like right now, they got 2 jobs announced. The first one actually known though was the new Sage job, which is an original job created for 14, which is because like a lot of the jobs, just like the Dragoon, the Elementor, Elementor's not in it, but like the White Mage, Summoner, and all that, they've been in multiple Final Fantasy games at this point. But the Sage job is like this is the first time they've used that one, and like there's so like slowly drip feeding out what's going to be in it. They have like a Harvest Moon type area where you can go and like start your farm, collect some animals, and do all that stuff. You want to take your downtime. For the real people who know, they got new housing plots, which that's like the prime property right there.
For the real people, huh?
See, like, if you play the game, everyone knows there's limited housing. Like when they release new plots of housing, if you're not on the game, you're probably never going to get a house. I have one, but
come on through.
But like
well, he's just so conceited. I have one because I'm yes, I have one.
So yeah, it's like people are always looking for these houses. They have like new housing, residential areas that can be built in Ishgard, and then they're like, we're finally going to go to Garlemald, which is all these names are if you ain't playing the game, these names mean nothing. But if you play the game, like if you're playing the game, these are like places that you haven't been able to go to. Like you've been hearing about Garlemald since the first one because you've been fighting with the Garlean Empire since the first one.
Wait, you said the Garlean Empire? Are you talking about Voltron or?
Well, speaking of Voltron,
oh my God, no!
Boy, that make you think of Voltron. I'm saying when you fight Alexander, he does that. They do that. When they do that sequence in the middle of the Alexander fight and they combine, bruh.
They combine
Voltron. It's like they even got they have like a lot of and a lot of references to Mad Final Fantasy games. Like if you have not
played to fade out.
Wait, what?
No, nothing. Don't worry about what King's saying.
But like if you haven't like right now in Final Fantasy 14, if you've been curious about playing the game, right now is the perfect time to jump in because it's probably gonna take you a while to get to the end of it. But the community for the game is one of the best communities. Like as I said earlier, like the reason I'm holding on to this house is because my guild company, they've been taking a break from it, and someone has to be on to make sure you don't get evicted.
Okay.
So I'm like, every so many days I go and check.
Explain guild real quick for the ones that may not know.
If you don't know what a guild is, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. It's like,
guilds are pretty much just a community, like people that are together, that work together for like monster hunting or certain kind of bounty hunters. That's what a guild is, right?
You talking like the Guild of Assassins off of X-Men, like Gambit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I know, because I'm a real one.
I want the term guild to be friendly. The actual term of the game is free company. So
free company.
Yeah. Question: why is 14? Is 15 still going, or like?
No, 14 and 11 are the only 2 MMOs.
Okay, that's what I was just looking it up online. I was like, wait a second, this is different. This one says online.
Yeah, 15 is just a standalone game.
But that's the thing I like about 14. Like 14, like even like when I joined my free company is because I needed something done, and then they asked me to join. I was like, cool. I played the game mostly by myself. Like I do most because the story stuff you can do all by yourself.
Yeah.
You can't do it all by yourself. Like when you have to do dungeons, you might have to queue into a dungeon with other people. But most people are like they're
Are dragons included with these dungeons?
Oh yeah. Especially in heaven. Everywhere's nothing but a dragon war. But and it's lost my train of thought there for a second.
You're talking about your guild.
Yeah, like the game is like if you play 14 right now, because right now it's between from level 1 to 70, it's a free trial, free to play. You don't have to worry about
That's crazy.
1 to 70?
1 through 70. So that gives you all the data, all the content from A Realm Reborn, all the content from Heaven's Ward. So you would have to start paying once you get to Stormblood.
Yeah.
Paying. Ooh.
And that's so it's pretty much you get like a free 100, 200 hours.
I was going to ask how many hours that was. Like
Jesus,
I think I put like 100 hours a year, and I don't go heavy into it either.
That's crazy, man.
I do mostly the main, like the stories what keeps me in it. Like this time around, like in Shadowbringer, I've been playing more of the end game stuff. But usually for me, it's like I'm ready for it to be for the story. But like I think I have like 4 classes maxed out right now.
So let me ask you a question. When it comes to the aesthetics and graphically, is that something that affect you? Because Square Enix is really good with when it comes to their graphics, their engines. I guess will be the right term. So when it comes to 14, this being an MMO, does it look visually pleasing? Does it look like it's reverting back to a PS3 or something?
Well, that's the thing. Like depending on what part of the game you're in, depends on what you see. Like when you're playing with when you're in A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, you can see like items and whatnot that are gonna have like
the detail,
like PlayStation 3 limitations. But then once you get to like the Stormblood, Shadowbringer content, you start noticing like your armor even starts like blowing in the wind and stuff like that.
Oh shit!
So it's like there's
my
different
armor blows in the wind. That's a flimsy armor, dog.
This billowing armor.
It gotta be light, especially if you're like me. I use a dragoon so I can fly through the sky and stab people.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like women armor where they wear bras for protection. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Yeah, men can too.
I'm just saying. Well, you're right. I'm limiting. Yeah, see, we're
being sexist. Yeah, that sounds about right.
We're being inclusive.
Chauvinistic. Yeah. I'm a knight.
This is why y'all are here, to keep me inclusive. You know how much I hate people.
The only question I have is, can you dual swords?
Shit, I wouldn't be surprised.
The ninja uses dual wielding. The paladin uses sword and shield. I have Dark Knight, Lancer, Machiner, and Gunblade.
Oh, so now we're going to Phase Zero world. All right, got it.
Shit, yo, that's a great series. But okay, yes.
Hey, Lancer.
That was definitely go down a different rabbit hole. That's a great fucking series. I'm trying to look into that visual novel.
I thought other people wasn't really interested in it. I thought it was just me. Okay,
that's a great.
Babylonia
series.
was pretty dope to me as well, but
Oh, you're in the later ones. I haven't gotten there yet. But yeah, okay, keep going. Sorry, Thomas.
And for the first time, they're able to move your character between data centers. So like say like the data centers are usually based off of like what country you live in. I can't think of the name of them off the top of my head, but like for you, like North America has their own data center. So most people who are playing in the North America data center, that's all you can play with. You can't play with people like in England or Japan unless you make a character on their servers. But now they're gonna let it so you can take your character, move them over there like temporary, and play.
Sort of like if you're playing online, a fighting game online where you want to play someone in a different district or a different part of the world type of thing. That's dope.
So they added that to it, and then they're adding new stuff to the Golden Saucer. So like if you if you ever played what was it, like Triple Triad from Final Fantasy VIII, like the card game, like they added that to. That's one of the big things in it. People are thinking they might add Blitzball this time. Which
shit!
If that's it, I'm probably never going to finish the storm to be Blitzball. That's it.
Well, all right, let's keep it real. Final Fantasy X, right? Blitzball was interesting. Like, but after a while, after the first 5 times you play it, I'm like, okay, I get it. This is
You talking about Blitzball champion, huh?
I'm not a champion at all. That's me playing the same.
Sir.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say that's 5 times playing the same match and losing. So yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I like the mechanics of it, I guess. But yeah, all right, cool.
Actually, side note, what was it? Captain Tsubasa that game kind of reminds me of
Oh shit, the soccer game?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty deep game. That's a side note. Yeah.
A soccer game was pretty deep.
Yeah.
How deep can a soccer game get?
I mean,
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
This is an anime we're talking about.
It's an anime soccer game.
It's based off a manga, right? It's based off a manga, right?
Yeah, it has like story mode. With story mode, all right. We're full on side mode. Side.
Let's not stick too long on it, sir.
But all right, Captain Tsubasa. If you play the story mode, first story mode, you play as Tsubasa, run through his character arc in middle school or something like that. Second arc, you play as your own main, create a character, and then you get to like decide who he talks to and what this and that. Then you get to train with other people from around the world. It's a
sports sim.
It's fun. It's fun compared to FIFA.
Got it.
It's no pay. Well, there wasn't any pay to win when I last played it.
A game I'll never play. Got it. Cool.
It looks interesting, but it just seems like a straight up anime sports game where it's fiery spirit auras around them, and they're doing special kicks, like special skills for whatever the hell they're doing on the field. Like it's just.
So
it's
wait.
weird.
So it's the anime NBA Jams of soccer. That's what it is.
It sounds like it, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Boom, shaka.
You know what? If it would have been anime baseball, you'd have been in it.
Well, I mean,
just saying.
Hold
no,
on.
I wouldn't. I hate that. I would hate so much.
I'm wrong for asking that question. What does that mean?
Wait, what?
Baseball. What does that
so
mean?
To break that joke down, you say if it was baseball, Max would enjoy it because Max is Dominican and Dominicans love baseball.
And that's all we do.
Baseball.
Slap ass in baseball.
So
that's
I'm gonna
all
make
we
a joke now that's gonna sound funny too. It's gonna say, Papi.
All right. All right. Slap ass in baseball. Yeah, we get it. We see Keel and Peele. We've all seen it. I hate you guys, man.
Slap ass.
Slap ass.
Slap
We're from the Dominican Republic. We all slap. I mean, we all play.
Slap ass.
What?
Stupid. Anyways, so tell us. All right. So, Final Fantasy XIV MMO. What's one thing that you could? What's one pro and one con that you could say about the game?
Oh, the pro.
I hate them so much.
The pro's the story. The one con for me is you have to pay a monthly subscription, like if you've been playing as long as I have. But it's not a major con. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it
if you're into that type of genre.
Because
is it in the double digits?
I don't remember. It's one of those things I just have on auto come out. Like,
my bad, big baller.
My
bad, big baller. Oh,
I don't know.
You have one more time to sound like an elitist. You have one more time.
I don't know. Like
one more time.
I want to say it might be 19, if anything, 19.99 or something like that.
What?
Or $12.99. It's one of those two.
That's a very big gap, Chris. It's a very big gap.
It's no more than 20. I can tell you that. No more than 20. No less than 10.
I got you.
So wait. Am I calculating that right? Do you know how much that is? Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, subscriptions, if you look into subscriptions too, like Netflix just raised it up, what, $13, $14 right now? So
yeah, it's more so.
It didn't get me because I canceled mine.
They got my ass.
See, it's
got me because they got too many shows I like watching on it. So
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like originally, I'm like right now, like if you were to like say if y'all were to hop into it and play it, like y'all had get like that first 70 levels without paying that subscription cost. So like you can experience the original story, then the second story, and then if you decide, well, I like this story, or which I'm guessing if you get by and finish the second story, you most likely would like the story. But then you're just like, okay, well, you can see where your money's going in the game because there's a lot of I've tried to jump to a few of these other MMORPGs that are like pay for it once and then you're just good. And then they have way too many microtransactions just to even play the game. So
that's where they get that's where a lot of the steady the finance, like the whole influx of money comes from the fans that want to keep getting more or don't really want to grind, or if you even with grinding you can't get certain like mods or whatever.
Yeah.
So
and that's like that alone for me is like, well, I play it and yeah, there's been like a year sometimes go by, I'll forget about it and then hop back on, but it's worth it.
Okay, so pro is the just the atmosphere pretty much.
Well,
like
no, the story. I'm telling you that story.
The story.
Anyone who's complaining about a Final Fantasy story, like they don't like the modern Final Fantasy stories, need to play 14. Which is also why so many people are hyped about
this new one. Yo, check out that
16
trailer.
kind of looks like Shadowbringer in a way to me, but
Wait, what?
16, right? That's the new one that's coming out, right?
Yeah.
Based off the trailer from Shadowbringer, based off the trailer I've seen for 16 when they first premiered it,
I see what you're saying.
it looked like they were similar in ways, but I mean, I haven't been, besides Final Fantasy VII Remake, I haven't been in the Final Fantasy story for a while. I've seen the trailers and stuff for it.
Well, even with the 16 trailer, like if you go back and watch the Stormblood trailer and all that stuff, you'll see like similarities to that.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just it's a following of a story, right? It's not like every arc is like an arc in the story.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like playing Final Fantasy 14 is like watching an anime. It's like every expansion is like a new season. So like that's like this one's like I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Destiny does shit like that too. It's kind of following that same format.
That's what I was saying earlier. I wish I would have gotten to Destiny.
Yeah.
When it started because I ain't no way I'm catching up in that one.
Yeah, that's
like not my type of game.
Another shit. Yeah, it seems interesting. It seems like something I've been steadily, especially that most recent trailer. Should we put shit in like in descriptions, or are we plugging people that are not even sponsoring us, and so like fuck them? So like if we say yo check in the description the link to the Final Fantasy 14 new trailer, like is that something that we should be even doing?
We can do it if we want to.
I mean, yeah, we could.
Last thing I hate for us lose our 15 followers because we put some blink in there.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be like, you know what, we hate y'all because Final Fantasy is better. Like, Final Fantasy is way above us already. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect us any kind of way if we put No, all right, cool. Yeah, it sounds like an interesting game. It sounds like something I will end up being obsessive and compulsively playing.
If y'all ever want to give it a try, I will clear out time in my schedule no matter what.
Yeah, right.
Wait, same.
This guy, hockey guy over here.
All right,
I've got auto pay, so I can pay for yours too.
I ain't doing that now.
That's when I'll jump in. No, but
right.
No, all right, cool. Bet. Thanks, Thomas. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. It's gonna be a tough one for me to get into since I have a backlog of games, but I'm sure you guys do too. But
you don't know my life.
Shit. You're a video gamer like us, so yes, I'm sure you have a bunch of games you still haven't even touched yet. Now you came out the crates.
Like me.
Okay, cool.
I'm open Neo. I knew he was gonna say it. I was like, let me beat him to it. Let me beat him to it. Yeah.
All right, bet. Appreciate it, Mr. Thomas. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. Thank you again. Anybody want to jump in? Because I'm down.
I'm going. All right,
let's get it.
So I stay on Netflix. Of course, Netflix raised their price, but they bring a lot of content, and I don't know if they're still in debt or not, but that's, neither here nor there because they still bring good content. Some stuff is hit or miss, but new one I recently started watching based off our group chat and everything like that is Alice in Borderland. Yes. So with this, I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't know the premise at all. I just kind of turned it on, and I see these guys from Japan just hanging around. Basically like in Tokyo, and they have crap lives to say the least. It's like a group of 3 friends, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. Like they need to stop worrying about different things. And the next thing you know, having fun for a day because they're all having a bad day, and they go in the restroom, and next thing you know, everybody's gone, and you're like, how in the hell did everybody in Tokyo disappear? Yes. And it's just them 3. So from there, the story kind of starts off kind of slow. Basically, I'm still trying to figure out where it's going, and just all right, so what they got to do. Next thing you know, some lights turn on, and all of a sudden they're in a game, and that's how it just started. It just goes from there. So we follow this. The main character is Arvisu, which is Alice in English, and I had to look that up. Netflix, I can't believe you changed the name like that, but I'm gonna leave that alone too.
No. Wait, James. What you're saying is the title of this is called Alice in Borderland, right?
Right.
Where you could get thrown off is where's the Alice coming from? Is what you're saying, right?
Yes, exactly. Because I was trying to figure out who the Alice was, and I just had to look it up. Where's Alice?
And you found out who was Alice.
Alice is Arisu, which is the main gamer character, and it's just crazy.
And his name, all right, and this is something we just spoke off camera, and this is not even on some playing shit. Like I read this manga from the beginning to end, and it's an amazing. It's great. It's great. It's one of those good psychological thriller mangas that deal with a lot of survival aspects, and
Mm-hmm.
it's dope. So it took me a while to. That's why it's funny because I was like, why is it called Alice in Borderland? What the fuck? Like I'm understanding the presence, the presence of the idea of these characters going into a completely different world. But like, what's the Alice? So when you look into it and you know his name is Adasu, or however you pronounce it, his name Adasu means Alice in Japanese. I mean Alice in English. So just something for the viewers and for anyone else that may not have known here.
Yeah, so I literally just figured that out today, and it's blowing my mind because I'm just like, that's just illogical to me. But
And so my joke off camera was, I have no idea that actually means Alice. Y'all should know.
But he looked it up. Yo, he fact checked us. He looked it up. But you got to keep in mind, Adasu is his last name. That's not his first name. So just keep that in mind.
But isn't that what the title translates? Not just in Netflix, but on the manga also translates to Alice.
Yeah,
Borderland.
Yeah, it says Alice in Borderland as well in the manga. So yeah, that's one thing. So don't get frustrated with Netflix on that. That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
I got you. Yeah.
He's like, just call Addison with Borderland, damn it. It's a play on words. James, don't get mad. Relax.
But feel free to blame Netflix though, because they did mess up Death Note.
All right, don't bring that blasphemous ass shit here.
I could go down a list of things, but I won't do that. I just said
please continue.
Shows. But anyway, I'll continue on. So basically, the first episode is like a pilot, and they're figuring out what the heck is going on, and they realize they have to play a game to live, and they get cards that says like how many days they have left until they have to go play another game, and that is actually like a deck of cards where, basically, like depending on what you get, like a heart, a spade, a diamond, or like a club, depends on what type of game you'll get. And then they all have to play based off the random rules that come along. And you have to win in order to not die, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And like that's the biggest premise because you don't know what to expect next. You don't know what game. Nobody knows what game they're gonna have next.
Yep.
Or even when they start playing a game, they don't know how they're supposed to play in order for them to win. They have to literally learn how to play while they're playing the game, and their life is on the line.
Yes.
So, and that makes that's the part that puts you on the edge of your seat because you're like, yo, are they even doing the right thing? Is this person going to survive? And based off, like, I'm only like halfway through this season right now, and I'm just like, oh crap, who's next? I don't know who I'm supposed to trust, or like, I don't know who's doing what, or what's going to happen next, or what crazy psychological game they're going to put the characters through just to survive. And they introduce new characters as well, so you really wonder, like, is this going to be a main character? Is this character going to take over? But I know the title of the show, but I just don't know who the side characters are, the support characters are going to be. That's going to continue on. So right now, I'll give my final review next week about it. But it's definitely psychological, and once you want to see what's going to happen in the end, for sure. I advise everybody to definitely watch it. Admittedly, it could be over dramatic in some of the scenes how they present the emotions because they're really driving it home. But once you get past that, you're like, all right, what's the next game? So,
bro, you killed it, man. That was great. Because honestly, they did, and this is me just quick interjecting, even though it's not going to be quick, y'all know me. They did an immaculate job of expressing the severity, the death-defying shit, the survival aspects, the emotional impact, like you said before. They do a great job of doing it in this live action. I really thought this was to turn into an anime. They did the OVA about 5 years ago. They did OVA, which is an original video animation for it, and I thought they were going to make an anime for it, whichever studio was going to pick it up, and they never did it. And I was really surprised. So for them to turn this into a live action and do it, follow the manga almost exactly, I was very, very, very happy about that. I
didn't know they was following almost exactly. I'll put the side note out there.
I will say they
follow exactly.
They
close,
don't.
Really close.
That's close. They do.
Get 85%. I'm cool with 85%.
Yeah, because this manga I think had up to 10 volumes. So there is some moments where you're condensing, but the thing about this, while they can do this a live action and they could take out certain things, a lot what happens in the manga, it doesn't have a lot to do with the main cast. But certain people. Sorry, go ahead, Thomas.
There's 18 volumes, and that's just the
18.
first.
Sorry,
first Alice in Borderland.
Yeah, this is the first season. So
no, I'm talking about the first. Like, I think there's one that just came out this month.
What do you mean?
Alice in Borderland.
Oh no, they yeah, that's right. They did a sequel to the manga has a sequel now. They just started up the sequel.
One comes out next week, actually.
Yeah, they just started up. They're starting up the sequel. I think they already did start it. I thought I saw some chapters up already.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's going. It's still following. It's bringing the main character back into the sequel. But yeah, the main story, like the main live action right now, it's going exactly like from what I remember, because I read this manga a few years back. So from what I can remember, certain scenes they pop. Like I won't mention too much, but the one with the apartment complex, they did that really well. They did that really well. I was very surprised.
I think I was reading some spoilers for it, and I think some of the games are different.
And some of the games are. The first game was they didn't do that in the manga,
and some characters aren't the same.
Yeah. Okay. So just to add on a little bit more with you, James, with the cards, the danger, like the heart, every Bruno, I mean, can help me? Every house, like what's the term you call a spade and a club and a heart? What do you call those?
Suits.
Every suit. Thank you, sir. Every suit means something. A gambler in the house. No, I'm joking.
No, you're not. You're not joking, but yeah.
So you'll fit into this world. Right? Oh no, but every suit is it means something. So like, let's say I think spades is physical, heart is psychological. Cool. Diamond, I forgot what it is, intellectual. And then the number on that suit will show the severity of that game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So it's like a level. It's like a ranking. It's not a ranking system, but it's a level system to each card for each suit. Mm-hmm. So let's say you have a king of diamonds, or a king of spades. That physical aspect is gonna be the hardest that's ever been known, that's ever been done in the game. So it's just a really great premise. I love it.
And I think
definitely got to continue watching it. After talking about it more right now, I'm like, all right, I definitely need to get to the end of the season now. I got to see what's going to happen.
They
so,
right. From what I'm looking at, I think it's going to be one of those situations where the Netflix show, when it ends, they're still going to have like a good amount of mangas to. I think they're going to get. I think they already got a second season.
Did they? Yeah, they already approved the second season.
Oh, they did. I didn't see that the last time.
I'm pretty sure that. Don't quote. I thought I saw something about a month or two ago where they're saying that they approved it, or a month and a half ago that they approved that a second season was coming, or is expected. Maybe I read it that it's expected for a second season. So if you want to search that, please check me.
Yes, it's official. Wait, they announced it on January 12th. Yeah. Which usually now on Netflix, I'll put out there if you want to know if there's going to be another season. Now recently they have been telling you in the show itself, like when you're about to watch it, they say the second season will be coming.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
You
Netflix has been doing
it up online. I like that idea.
Yeah, Netflix is definitely stepping it up. People shit on Netflix a lot, but I still hold them to a certain standard of having some kind of good.
It's a low standard, right? Okay, just want to make sure.
It's like average standard. They have fucked up some shit. Like HBO Max is about right here because Euphoria is the shit. But this is about, Netflix is about right here.
It's like the fact they got the word Max in it. That's all.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm egotistical. Y'all know that. I'm kind of a sociopath. But no, no, bro. Yeah, if y'all have not seen that live action, and even to the viewers and everyone out there that go out of their way to even watch it or even got this far into the video, please watch Borderlands. I'm so glad you brought it up, James. I'm really glad you brought it up. Please check that series out. It's really good. I will say this: the first 15 minutes of that first episode was trash. I did not like that. Like, it was so trash.
Into like I
first
was
15 minutes, huh?
What is this hype?
Yeah, I don't get it, guys. But as soon as they transition into the Borderlands, which is what I'm gonna call it, I don't think they even call it that.
Yeah,
it gets bananas.
I gotta finish. I think I got episode 3 and then I don't know what happened.
Oh, you actually started watching it? Oh, okay.
I watch a lot of things. I just don't talk about.
I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Okay.
'Cause
Keep it
they're
to
probably
yourself,
trash.
These are all shows I have been watching. It just kind of.
All right,
So when we're
bet. Thank
trashing
you.
other shows, you're like, I like that show. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that show. I like that show.
Bet. Yes, thank you again, James. All right, but we're gonna do a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. So stay tuned. All right, bet. So we'll
Do
start.
you poop a lot in the bathroom? You should get.
Did you have irritable bowel syndrome? Smoke some weed. Nah, but that's what's up. All right. I went by pretty quickly. Put Max and Mo. I hate you.
Ooh.
And we're back. Media Marauders came back from that quick intermission, as you can see the boys. All right. Anyways, and after James eloquently put it together for the live action Alice in Borderland, thank you again, sir. We're gonna jump over to Mr. King. What do you got for us?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. I psyched y'all out. I just wanted to be on the episode.
Yeah, I really do want to be on this episode because if I didn't come this time, I would have got replaced. Now I want to be replaced.
No.
So me and my buddy here have to be here every other time. So we gotta
I
make sure we're here. All right, yeah.
How was your buddy?
All right. So for the three people that's been following us religiously, you know myself that I like to watch a lot of old school anime, cartoons, and movies of that nature. And I'm sometimes the more the critiquist person here in this group. Right. So today, off camera, you didn't know we were having a conversation about Yasha Hime, which is a newer anime that's came out recently that has shown light to Shishomaru's daughters and also InuYasha's daughter. And so they're all half princesses. But I didn't come to talk about them today because that show is actually
princesses.
Yeah. That show is actually not that bad. But I'm going to talk about InuYasha because I've been watching it as of recently because I was like watching old school things. Not necessarily old school, but just I think the older animes have a better storyline for some of them, my personal opinion. And so watching something that has demons in it, magic, special powers, and comedy, and itty bitty romance here and there, I appreciate. And so InuYasha, if no one's ever watched it before, is about a half demon stuck in feudal era magical Japan, and he was going for a jewel called the sacred jewel or the Seikon jewel in this time, and his love interest was a young priestess named Kagome. Somehow, some way,
Kikyo.
My bad, I'm thinking Kagome. Sorry. Kagome is the main character in the future, but apologize. Kagome is actually the reincarnation of Kikyo, but Kikyo is the one that InuYasha loved back in the feudal era time. So thank you for correcting me there, Maximu.
All right.
But somehow, some way, well, they're in love at first, but they both betrayed each other at a certain point in time, or so you think they do at one point in time. And so Kikyo shoots an arrow through InuYasha and pins him to a magical tree. But it's only magical now because of the fact that she shot a spiritual arrow through him, which made it magical. And so, as we were saying earlier, I brought up the name Kagome, and Kagome is apparently the reincarnation of Kikyo way in the future. And so, Kagome's family, along with her grandfather, are the ones living near this magical tree, and it has spiritual powers. And she ends up falling into this tree, and the spiritual power takes her back to feudal Japan time. Without knowing it, she has a reincarnation of Shikon jewel also with her.
The well. She fell in the well. My bad.
Yeah, did I say tree? I'm sorry. She fell into a well.
What's the well?
With the tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But excuse me. So the thing that makes it so, I watched the show a couple of times in the past, and I don't remember it being so slow in the first couple of episodes. But now that I'm watching it now, and I'm watching it with subtitles, having to pay attention, I realize now how slow it was at the beginning, but it actually picks up once they actually get the Shikon jewel burst and it scatters into pieces. And what I never realized at this beginning aspect of it was that the Shikon jewel only broke into pieces because Kagome shot an arrow through a pigeon.
Yeah.
It was a raven. It was a ravenous pigeon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was a demon pigeon.
I see what you're saying. My bad. I'm being too literal. I apologize.
It was a demon pigeon. Sir. I'm only being funny about it, but it was a demon pigeon that had actually taken the jewel from her, or she threw it out the window because she didn't want it, and the demon actually took it and got away with it, but she shot it through an arrow and shot it through his ass. And
fucking Kagome. She always annoyed the fuck out of me.
It's actually Kagome's fault this is all going on. So we established that. Women.
We're inclusive, guys. I mean, you know what? And stop the recording. We're done.
I'm kidding.
King did it. He's the one that did it.
Sounds good. Look, so we're just a little sidetrack here. So we've managed to upset the blind, upset the deaf,
and redheads too. You know what?
Yeah, redheads. That's good. And redheads.
Fuck it. Let's just go in. Let's just fucking go in.
Let's go all in, right?
These messages do not reflect the company.
Thank you.
His name is Thomas. Remember that. Look for him.
Appreciate that. And so I'm watching this old show because I actually got done watching Yasha Hime. And it made me think like, where did Sesshomaru fall short in having children? But then I remember, and I've gotten this far already, when the episodes pick up to where they actually where InuYasha gets it, where InuYasha gets his fang, the Tetsaiga, as his heirloom from his father. Yeah. And I didn't realize it at this point in time, but I never realized that Sesshomaru had actually his sword the whole time, the Tensaiga that he had the whole time when he was going for the Tetsaiga. He just never used it. He never pulled out his sword, and that was his heirloom that his father gave him.
But what is that? How? Oh shit!
Yeah, he had that sword the whole time. He never used it until at one point in time that Total Side, the one that made the fangs for the two, had shown up to test InuYasha about the Tetsaiga and how to use it. Oh, and he was egging him on. Part. Yeah, and he was egging him on about how he was going to die and get himself killed because he didn't know how to use it. And just a side note, Sesshomaru was actually the badassest demon in that whole show, just to be honest, outside of Naraku. But I'm a villain lover anyway, so Naraku is actually one of the better ones that I've seen in anime in a long time. So
I like Kaguya.
Which one?
Kaguya, the wind spirit of the reincarnation.
The wind spirit. Okay, she wasn't that bad, but
the wind demon.
She was all right. She was good, but
man, it makes me want to watch the anime again, but I don't feel like going through the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm here for you. That's why I'm here for you, JR. That's why I'm here for you, to let you know, James. I'm here to give you these things, these renditions. All right. So as you proceed through the episodes, I'm only gonna go so far because I said I love watching it, but I love making sure that y'all are aware of it too. It's a very great anime, to be honest. But as you watch it, as I said earlier, you have InuYasha and Kikyo, who used to love each other. And I said earlier that they thought they had actually betrayed each other in their love. What actually you find out is there's another half demon that she used to play with on the side. I'm just gonna say play with because she was catering to him and helping another human come to life or help him come back. And so he ends up becoming a half demon named Naraku. Naraku makes them both betray each other because he wants a Shikon jewel so he can become a full demon. And I know it sounds convoluted right now because I've been drinking too, but at the same time,
I've been drinking
anime once again. Huh?
He's just harmonizing with you. That's all.
But Naraku wants a Shikon jewel to be embedded in vile, evil energy so that he can become a better demon, a full-fledged demon, and also make his own wish to become a full-fledged demon. While InuYasha wants to become a full-fledged demon so that he's not being bullied anymore as a half demon. So it's a little tricky there, but it's really not because you have one little kid that wants to become a demon, and you have a full-grown man that wants to become a full demon, and he has his own way of doing it. But
there's a duality. There is a duality there.
There is, there actually is a duality. And as I'm watching some of the shows now, I'm watching it now again, being more concerned with the dialogue and what's going on. I realized the fact that Sesshomaru really didn't have to get his ass whooped a couple of times. He really didn't have to, and he didn't have to be part of the story if he didn't want to. But he did, and then InuYasha too at a point in time, and Kagome. But it all makes sense long as you go along. And so I said all of that just to say that Yasha Hime is a spawn of Sesshomaru's older habits. And what he despised, he ended up doing himself.
Huh.
That's the lesson right there.
Yeah, that's actually really ironic. You're correct.
The irony in that, right?
That's very, very
The
ironic.
irony there. But
yeah.
I want to talk about the anime because of the fact that I love animes of that nature where we have demons, superpowers, or supernatural, and of that nature as well. And so watching InuYasha again, or even from the beginning, I think I'm in the half part of season 2 at the current moment where Naraku learned Kikyo was still alive, or she got reincarnated. Sorry.
Oh,
and so it surprised him at that point in time because he didn't know that she was reincarnated.
Yeah.
And so you have another duality there where you got two love interests going on, and Kikyo knows that who he is at a point in time too. So it's pretty interesting. And then Origumo, who was Naraku at one point in time as
there
a
you
human.
go. That's the name I was trying to think of the name.
Yeah, Origumo, he doesn't. His personality is coming out of Naraku because Kikyo has reemerged, and so Naraku wants to get rid of Origumo completely, so he can become a complete demon.
That is pretty bad. I like that.
But that's where I'm at now. That's in that show, and like I said, I only brought up Yasha Hime because at the last episode I finished off on is actually where Shishomaru shows his care for a human, and that human is the one he has a baby with, which in turn makes you think, how young was she when she had
Oh, come on, man. Don't watch. I was trying to figure. I knew it was, but don't tell us. Like, we know InuYasha, so, or at least a number of us know InuYasha. Get it, Bruno. Fucking King. God.
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't worry about it. This motherfucker just ruined, not even a surprise, but I wanted to see it first just to know, just in case. It's all good. I had a feeling.
I didn't ruin anything, actually. The only thing I told you was the fact that Shishomaru has become what ironically hated.
He despised, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Baby daddy?
Right.
So baby daddy. There you go, dog.
Yeah, you're right.
Future. Sensational.
Whoa.
Where's the Scully at? You need your Scully. Nah, all right. Yeah. That was a lot. That was a lot because, like I said, I was off camera. I said that, I was getting into it too. Like, it was in the background while I was doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I complained how slow it was. It's like a really slow pacing, especially after, for me, after InuYasha gets to Tenseiga, his father's heirloom, and also learning the wind scar and the wind counter shit. Like, it just was like, all right, so let's keep going. Like, why are we doing all this side shit? Like, this isn't an MMO. Sorry, Thomas. This isn't an MMO where we need to just do a bunch of shit. Let's get to the main story. Hey, we paying you, motherfucker. You better sit down.
I know, right?
I'm playing. I'm joking. Love us. Come back.
He really walked off and put on mute.
Crazy.
Ass, man. Ass, bro. Crazy.
Hey, all right. So he's on intermission moment. He'll be back. So all right. Thank you, King, man. Yeah, InuYasha is a retro. It's almost a retro now. Like, we're old. Yeah. Like, we're considered old for watching InuYasha if you think about it now.
Right. I remember being on Toonami. You know what messed me up all the time is they kept playing replays, and I was like, "Yo, can you finish the story?"
Just finish. Like, that's where I fell off because of that.
And then, I'm like, can you finish the freaking story? Like, can we get to the next arc? So I had to end up.
My man came in with the warlock hat. You get your ass out of here.
But then I also liked about the fact of this, like you were saying about the Toonami aspect of it, where they kept playing the same shows over and over again. Mm-hmm. I feel like they rushed through the final act of the InuYasha show because they put it off as a separate season of it as a final act. Well, I feel like they rushed through it in that back end aspect of it.
I think it comes down to translation too. When it comes,
they got canceled.
No, it did not get canceled. Well, yeah, it did get canceled.
That's why the final act happened, because it got canceled.
Yeah, it did get canceled because the manga is an old manga. Did you know it's actually considered a shoujo, which is mainly catered towards females? I didn't know that. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
A lot of females love that show.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was honestly surprised because I was into. And wait a minute.
It's okay.
Anyway,
he's a young lady.
Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Y'all fucked me up, or I fucked myself up. But no, InuYasha is a pastime for me, man. I used to stay up past my bedtime. That's how old I was watching.
I remember Taxi Cat
17 years old. Yeah, like I'm playing. No, like watching it as a kid, staying up till past 12 or past 10 or 11 o'clock just to watch InuYasha, that was like my big deal for me.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to watch anime. Like, you're supposed to wait till like midnight. So I started watching back in the day.
Real racy shit.
96.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Tank Police.
What? Tank Police?
Yeah. When anime used to come on Sci-Fi Channel at 12 o'clock at night.
That's that racy shit. Nah, bro. That's too violent.
Nah,
Too
8 Man
violent.
After. The old one know what I'm talking about.
So just to finish my portion of it, I just like to say that Naraku is one of the better villains in an anime in a long time. Outside of Aizen.
I don't think that either, though.
You don't like Aizen? Yo,
we're not doing this. No, we're not going to go down this rabbit hole. We're not going to do it. It happens, and I was very much indulged. I was very much indulged.
Come on.
No,
take the treat.
No,
come on. Take the carrot.
That's a branch. That's a branch off episode.
Okay.
First of all, no.
We need a whole episode on this. We can battle this out. We need a whole
For real. That would not like, or at least just a quick little poll like we used to do, like just a poll like who's the best villain in anime, and just have like 4 or 5 categories that we feel, anyways, that we pick. But all right, thank you, King InuYasha. That's
You're welcome.
Retro anime, bro, for real. It's a flash from the past. All right, I'll finish it off. Oh man, I still haven't decided, y'all. I'm sorry.
All right, Maximum.
All right. Oh, but that's not gonna be a thing. Fuck, guys, for real, I can't. I'm still undecided. On one side, if you want some informative shit that's happening within the game community, or if you want some more retro anime, like y'all decide for me, because
go ahead and go for the retro anime.
Well, I would like to tell you about the show I've been watching about how you can do cocaine. And it's really informative.
You know what? I really got to start asking you, Thomas. Have you ever done cocaine in your life?
No.
You bring it up. I feel like you want to try it.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
At least one of y'all have tried it. Y'all don't have to say it.
It's the go-to. Let me tell you. This is really off topic right here. I was watching a documentary about doing cocaine that freaked me out.
Documentary.
It was like
real life
biography. It went into it. Like the first half of the documentary. Like if you watch the first half of this documentary, you can go out there and buy an 8-ball or something.
Well, plug it in real quick. What's the documentary called?
I gotta hit my boy up because I was watching at his house when I saw it. But then
boy up. Oh, okay.
This sounds like a transaction, bro.
Because I'm black. All right.
Oh shit! You got me again.
But,
where did you meet? In the dark alley? You got it.
We're not discriminating against black people, although we're black. Want to put that out there.
Whoa. Talk for yourself. I'm mixed. Calm down.
All right. Oh, you're going to be that guy?
Oh, we doing this?
But
anyways, Thomas, please finish.
But so by the first half of the show, it's like, yo, that sounds real good. By the second half of the show, it's like, oh no. Oh, this ain't something that you touch.
That's supposed to be good.
His teeth missing.
It was like, oh shit, they gave paper. Oh, you used to while getting paper? Oh wow, your life is ruined.
This dude, he was like, yo, you can put me in a room full of like the most beautiful woman ever in the world, and you put cocaine on the table? I'm going for that. I was like,
no.
Whoa.
Dang.
Whoa.
Dang.
That shouldn't be that funny, but that's like a real thing. Like people like put it on top of her body. Oh yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah,
he didn't even worry about that. He was like, nah, just give me that. I was like, woo.
Oh shit. Anyways, step away from cocaine for once. Let's get into my last topic.
Hey, just one more side note. You know the best cocaine company use a higher bill note, right? Give me $100 bill.
This is $100 code. This is $100 code.
You know this.
Never
give me that, Benjamin. Give me that, Franklin, real quick. So wait, all right. So should I get into the anime or should I go into the game world?
Let's go with anime.
Oh, all right.
Anime. All right. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it going with the anime. I watched this anime before. I have to bring it up. It's been taken on. Did you just sniff? No, it's been prevalent. It's been prevalent on my mind, and I've been watching. It's been controlling my life all over again. I'm rewatching it again. It's called Monster by Naoki Urasawa. Originally by the manga called Monster, that's made into an anime adaptation. Made with Madhouse Studio doing the production and everything, the directorial things for the anime. This is it's really special anime to me. I'm gonna give y'all a quick synopsis off the top. We have a doctor. It's based in Germany, first of all, in 1980s Germany, right after the Berlin Wall coming down. So we have this doctor from Japan named Tenma Kazuma. Yeah, Tenma Kazuma. And he's a
You
really
never
good,
watched it, guys. You never watched it.
guys, I swear,
Kenzo.
guys,
Never watched it,
guys,
guys.
Guys, I swear I've been watching it. But no, like honestly, he's a neurosurgeon. He's one of the best, if not best, neurosurgeon in this hospital in Dorf. Like there's a lot of actual factual places in Germany that they use, and Czech Republic and other parts of the country in Europe. And it's about this doctor that's very popular, very good, and he needs to work on a child that got shot in the head. So he has a decision to either work on this child that was shot in the head, or work on this political leader within Germany that has some kind of chronic disease, or he went through some kind of so I think he got a hemorrhage in his brain. The reason why this is a tough decision, when the head physician of the hospital is telling him, work on that politician. This will help for the hospital. Don't worry about nobody else. He's having a tough decision because prior to that day, he let a man die that he could have helped while helping another important figure. So now this show is basically a duality of good and evil. It's pretty much as simplistic as that, just to that surface level where everyone is equal. Everyone has value in this world. And as a person that has the power to help, I should be doing that.
Right.
Where it flips it on the head and then it smacks you across the face is that if you help that person, who will they become in the future? So where I come back to that duality of good and evil, that child that he helps, this is a bit spoilery, but it's in the first episode.
This show way past spoilers. It was back from 2004.
Yeah, this 2003, by the way. This anime came out 2003. They're not making it. I only bring it up because, like I said, I've been getting back into it. They're not making any announcements or revisiting it. But Madhouse did a great fucking job. But this child ends up becoming a very vile individual, but on a sense, not vile like a freaking rapist or even someone that does some, like, just kills. He's a killer. But he does it in a way, like, think of Joker, but like very toned down, not boisterous, not loud, just very
methodical.
Subtle. Yeah, like very methodical. Thank you, very methodical, and just calculating, strategic. But what I love about this villain, one of my favorite villains in anime, now that I'm thinking about it, he does a great job of being manipulative. But he's always in the background. Like you see him a little bit here and there, but whenever he's brought up in conversation with other people where he could be miles away, hundreds of miles away, it's a heaviness. There's a tension there that the anime does a great job with the music and the facial expressions that these characters make. Just the sound of his name is what invokes so much fear in people. That grown men, like people that have been in World War II, are scared of this 18-year-old, 20-year-old man. So following this story of redemption for Tenma, the doctor, where he has to pretty much clear his name because of a crime that this villain has done. It's really, really well done. I think there may be a bit of a pacing issue. There's 74 episodes in the whole series. There's no arcs. It's just straight through 74 episodes. So that could turn a lot of people away. So, certain parts are around the middle. There's a bit of a pacing issue. They deal with a lot of other characters start getting involved. Everyone's tied in though. Everyone's tied in if you're paying attention. Everyone that you meet, that even conversation has with another character, with Tenma or Anna or Nina and Johan, or like it's all bunch of, I know I'm saying a bunch of shit and it's all over the place, and I apologize. It's just such a good show, man. And I just want to give that a quick recognition moment. And I hope you guys watch it. It's one of my favorite animes. I will say that it's one of my favorite animes, and I put down the top 10 list for me.
So it's a psychological thriller.
Psychological thriller. It deals a lot with, like I said, good and evil. And it peers into it. Like I said, it brings other characters in that are tied in, and it peers into the whole idea of how much bad can you do in this world to be redeemable, and how much bad can you do in this world to be irredeemable.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think the idea of, like, I give one example, a little bit of spoilery again. Johan, the main villain, he corrupts a child to pretty much kill himself, but he does it in a way where the child does it. He wants to do it. Where this even though this child was an orphan, he was happy. So he took this child because he saw something in that child that reminded that he didn't like. So he made that child want to commit suicide, but in a roundabout way. So the child thinks he made that idea. He came up with his own idea.
So he's got some inception going on.
Yeah, he knows how to, like, he could sit down with someone, manipulate the conversation into his favor in a way where someone is comfortable, like it's instantaneous, like how he can put someone's guard down, and is incredible. Like they show subtle ways of how this guy is so manipulative. And I'm only talking about Johan, and that's not fair for the other characters, but he's like the standout when it comes to certain points of the episodes, certain points in episodes. And I can't help but talk about him because he's a great villain. I think King, you will really enjoy his like how you view him, like the scope.
I've heard the show a couple of times. I haven't gotten down to watch it. What's streaming site is it on?
You can watch it on YouTube. That's the only place I'm able to watch it.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Watch it on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh,
telling me is.
Okay.
I don't think I'm thinking if it's on YouTube, it can't be illegal. They'll tear the copyrights for it would tear that shit down. They got the dub and the subtitle version.
So it's only on YouTube? Wow. Okay.
That's the only place I can find it, or you can buy it. You can actually physically buy it.
Got you.
I think I'm gonna end up checking it out because I've been wanting to look at it for years.
Legally, correct? Legally.
Yes, legally. Yes, obviously legally. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Here go our conscience here.
Other than buying it, that's where I'm watching it. I'm watching it on YouTube. So
Gotcha.
I'm thinking, there could be there's a good chance that it's legal and all that.
And it's Monster, right? The way it's spelled, Monster.
Monster by Naoki Urasawa.
That's an interesting logo.
I mean, you know how to spell monster, right? I mean, you gotta ask that too.
Right. I'm a dungeon dragon.
No, we're not doing that. But I feel like I butchered it. I feel like I butchered the presentation of it all. I had it all in my head before we even started. But
don't worry, I butchered InuYasha. It happens.
No, man. I really want to.
InuYasha butchered itself, but
I don't want to spoil anything, but I know I kind of did with certain points. But the first episode, it pretty much just leads you into that. So after that is where the journey of a man, a good man, like a legitimately good dude, has to fight this evil.
Okay. All
and it's convoluted. A lot of characters get introduced into it, and they get heavily involved. One of my favorite characters is Grin, Wolfgang Grin, I think.
Oh, I think that's Wolfgang Puck.
Nah, Wolfgang, I think it was. Yeah, he's a very fascinating character. His whole past gets revealed, and there's a lot of emotional moments throughout the whole series where you get invested in these characters and you want to see good happen, but Johan just comes in, and once you see him, or you can see a side of his face, or just him walking really slow, methodically, like some fuck shit's about to happen, man. Damn it, Johan. Like we're doing good. Like you didn't have to show up, man. So yeah, it's good. It's good. I will say that. Please watch it or read it or buy the manga. I'm buying the manga. I only have one manga left, and I got the whole series. So like that's another way of doing it as well. The Madhouse did a great job of following the manga to the anime. So.
And it has an old anime look too.
Yes.
Remember that anime style?
Oh, it does? Has an old anime look to it?
Yeah. Like,
that aesthetic is a little, it's a little goofy at first. You'll be like, oh, this is weird, because you never really see things like that. He's also done work with, he's done another manga called Pluto that's very popular, and 20th and 21st Century Boys. I heard those are really good, and I'm looking into buying those as well, the mangas. Yeah.
I'm thinking, gotcha. Okay. I'll look into it.
That's the style out. All right, so they're the same people who did Ninja Scroll and stuff also.
Yeah, Madhouse.
Yeah, like
Madhouse did all that shit. Yeah, so please, man. I know I've been talking about it in the chat every so often. I put a GIF or something in there that's all representing the guy that does this that I've been putting. That's from Monster. If y'all ever see me put shit like that.
I'm definitely
I figured the anime style made it look like that to me. I just automatically assumed it was too old looking.
It's old. It's 2003. It is 2003.
No, I mean, like, as far as like the newer, compared to newer anime.
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
Like only you truly referenced as far as older ones.
Got it.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, it's please, man, viewers, subscribers, all y'all, please check it out, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm not.
Yep.
The few that if you got this far, I'm putting timestamps in here too. Like I've been doing that a lot. I'm gonna say that again in the end.
Gotcha.
I've been putting timestamps. I know that there's gonna be subjects in here that y'all not gonna like. Oh, but I'll get that to the end. But yeah.
Have you ever seen the anime X?
You said who?
The anime X. Have you ever seen
Anime
it?
X?
No, I've
Is
never
that,
watched it. I've only seen like the first 5 minutes when I was young.
That's not the robot, right?
Nah.
Oh.
I'll talk to you. I'll tell y'all off camera.
Yeah.
Anime X.
Yeah, Anime X. That's a movie, right?
Well, there's a movie and there's a series.
Okay.
Ah,
I know
okay.
Samurai X. That's Rurouni Kenshin, but that's
Right. That's I know. I watched that one, Samurai X.
that shit's fucked up.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
please,
Samurai
man.
X is Rurouni Kenshin? Wait, what?
Yeah,
Samurai
X is Rurouni Kenshin.
You never seen Samurai X?
I seen Rurouni Kenshin.
You ain't seen Samurai X though?
Samurai X is the prologue.
It's the story about Telsai?
Yeah, the
Hold
Batosai, the
on,
manslayer. Why he's called Batosai, the manslayer, is Samurai X.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
watch
think
that.
I
It's
think I got
pretty good.
like those 3 videos on VHS, man.
Yeah, that shit is there's some bloody
Beautiful.
scenes in that. There's some bloody
Beautiful.
scenes in that shit, man. Visceral. But yeah, I'm good. So we'll end it with this. How'd y'all feel about that weekend halftime?
I was
show,
about
man?
to remind you about that, man.
oh.
Yo, let me
we
tell you.
got about 9.5 minutes.
So hey Thomas, is that how it is if you're on crack? Like, can you explain or what you got?
Watch it. Well, from I believe it was, who was it performing? It wasn't Bruno Mars. It was
Come on now, don't do that. Don't do that. You knew it wasn't Bruno Mars.
Yo,
Don't
are
do
you?
that, man.
But you know, that's the first thing that popped in mind when he said that.
Are you serious?
But you don't know. All right, you
Come
know
on now.
that's slander and hearsay. So
All right.
there's the weekend. I don't know. I guess so. He know about that stuff.
Oh no, he definitely knows about
Yeah,
Coke.
he got a song. I can't feel my face. You know.
Yeah, I can't feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he got a bunch of songs. He's the Michael Jackson of drugs, bro.
Well, wouldn't that be
That's
Michael
who
Jackson?
he is. So is any y'all gonna jump in? Like, can we talk about that real quick? Because I thought it was kind of
no, we're not going to talk about this because I'm not going to talk about this. He's not a Michael Jackson anything.
No, I'm talking about the weekend. I'm talking about the weekend.
Yeah, I think he stands by that statement.
It
I
was
just
Part of it, someone's like, "Yo, you probably have a Coke that looks like that." I was like, let me go check.
I got it.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, man. I've been on Twitter and they've been killing that man, dog. The internet is undefeated, dog. The internet is undefeated every time, dog. I was like, not even 3 seconds after he got done with his show, the memes and gifs started rolling in, dog. I was crying.
Wait, was
it
he
happened.
in the halftime?
Huh?
Did he
Say again?
like just him, or did he have any performers with him?
It was just him.
performance
No,
with
it was just
him. If you consider his coked out side persona, but that's about it.
It was, I'm not disappointed about it. I love the Weeknd's music. I've loved a lot of his music. A lot of his CDs have been really good to me, but it just seemed like it was lacking, man. Like there was no scandal. There's nothing to talk about. Like he's just like people had to find things to make fun of him about. Like
Right. I don't know. See, for me, I don't necessarily have an issue with the Weeknd, or I don't not necessarily not like his music. I feel like, and this is just my opinion, his last album I couldn't tell where it started and where it ended.
Really?
That's just how I felt.
I thought I was listening to that pretty.
I was
Like I
listening
said,
to that shit regularly.
that's just me though. Like I said, I listened to it twice, and I was like, oh, it's kind of like listening to, "Hello Pussycat," and if you hear it one time through, and then it plays again, your first thought is, huh? Is this a long song, or did someone just play this song again?
Okay.
The loop.
A good vibe, like a good vibe out album. Like if you're not trying to do anything, you're just chilling, or if you're just creating, it's a good album to like.
Yeah.
The vibe.
Listen to in the background.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing.
and that's because you can't tell what songs are separated from each other.
That's the best.
I think
I keep that train of thought going.
I think
I can tell what songs
he
separated.
definitely does the whole sort of like that synth. He does a lot of the synth throughout that whole album.
Synthwave.
It's very synthwave, very, very much that spiel or that genre or that subgenre. But I love that album, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm in
Yeah,
love
we
with
know.
synth though. I love that album. But no, but like let's real quick. Y'all felt the halftime show was boring, or was it good for y'all?
It was
You didn't watch
mediocre.
it?
Like it was
It was
okay.
mediocre.
It was okay.
Well,
It wasn't spectacular. It was okay.
I don't think I understand what people expected because
I don't either.
It's
but-
the halftime
pandemic.
show. You're
I
supposed
mean-
to expect greatness.
I
Well,
mean,
I-
I
brought
was
Greg.
looking for Janet. You know what I'm saying? I want to go back to the days of Janet and Timberlake, bro. Like,
I just want to see a titty. Yeah, let's see a titty. No, but seriously.
Get him out. But that's the thing. It's like the halftime show. People, I didn't know he was performing. Like, I don't know who was the
Yeah,
halftime show performing because they didn't even like go all out about it.
Yeah,
Like,
they've been
NFL
doing
was
nothing but Pepsi commercials, bro.
Hmm?
They've been doing nothing but Pepsi commercials. I have Hulu, so
Maybe that's my issue because I don't even watch TV anymore.
That's the
All my
I
shit
didn't
is
see the Pepsi
streamed.
commercial. I didn't see anyone even talk about. I didn't hear no radio. Because think about it, they usually talk about it on the radio. Like NFL kept that on the hush. They were like, we're not gonna hype this up. We don't want you to think it's gonna be the best thing since Prince.
Yeah.
Prince.
The NFL were like, we don't want cocaine to be the main subject of our halftime show.
I mean, it's the main subject of this show. Goddamn.
It's in Florida.
It is.
Starting in Florida, you know, some of them dancers have
25,000 people.
coat on and whatnot on them. You know,
Like 25,000 people in the stands, though. I had to ask that question. Was it 25,000 people? Because those stands
I don't
look
know.
kinda packed.
I don't know.
well, they had the cutouts too, so I don't know.
Well, shout out to that white girl,
They did?
anyways. This is gonna be the normal thing now. Talk about fucking cocaine and shit. Anyways, I thought
Wait, what?
that
You said that booger sugar?
Hey, Mr. Random, just go ahead and label this show cocaine. Question mark,
that
question
cocaine.
mark.
Yo, that cocaine back, Freddie Gibbs? Nah.
I
Oh,
found a
whoa.
good picture.
Yo, speaking of, he dropped a video.
Let me set my camera up right quick.
You said what?
Freddie Gibbs dropped a video.
Gang signs. You saw that shit with the animation, right? That love,
Yeah.
y'all love that song with Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs
Oh,
dropped
fire.
one?
That shit is fire,
Homicide?
bro.
What's it? Oh,
It's called
yeah.
gang signs.
Okay.
Why we get so
Gang signs.
James.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I don't like that. I don't
Okay.
approve of that. No, but yeah, all right. That halftime show was kind of mediocre to me, but I understand COVID, social distancing. I was hoping people would
There was a
show
lot
up.
of people in the field. They didn't care about that. It was
Yeah,
like it was like
that's-
100
Man,
people in the
look,
field,
man,
bro.
people
think-
don't care about COVID, man. They just
Yeah, people don't care about
want to do.
Man, it was in Florida too.
Well, let me shut up. You know it was in
Oh,
Florida
shit, it
too.
was. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
the
was Florida.
craziest state in that. We love you, Florida. All right, so we're gonna. I got people in Miami. I love y'all. All right, but no, seriously, this was a good one. I think we stuck on pretty much animated video games once again.
All right,
This channel will be.
the next show, I'm bringing music to the table. All right.
I'm gonna try to bring music. I'm gonna bring
No,
live
no,
action.
no. Mine's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie.
I mean, you brought live
Well,
action, James, but it was technically a manga. So,
I'm gonna bring up the Adderall Chronicles.
all right, so we're switching up drugs. All right, cool. I like that. The rotation.
Okay.
Next time I'll be heroin. All right, so what?
Okay.
All right, so we'll end it right here.
No, I'm kidding.
We'll end it right here, man. Fans, we love this shit. You see us, we keep coming back. It's not gonna stop anytime soon. Once again, like I said, we're gonna end up branching out, do our own thing eventually here. So like just stay tuned, keep it together, keep watching us. But until then, click like and subscribe. Don't forget that bell on the side for all Media Marauders content, everything we do. Check out our social media, check out social networking stuff, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're trying to keep it together. OnlyFans, that's one of our branch outs as well. So stay tuned. King is
Feature
gonna be wearing something. All right, y'all. But this is Max, Mr. Thomas, James, and King. Fellas, thank you once again for another fabulous night. Y'all have a good one.
Again.
Audience, everyone, peace out.